Howdy ho, gamers. Oh, welcome back. Gamers Rundown coming at you yet again with another podcast. I'm your host, Gallifrey Madman, joined by my friend and cohort, Dirty Ewok 75. Say hello, Ewok.
Howdy doody troopers.
So, been kind of a hectic week for me. From what I hear, it's been pretty hectic for you as well.
Yeah. If you've had a hectic week, I'm quite interested because normally when I ask you how's your week been, you're like, well, I've done this, the same as done last week, and I've done this, and that's pretty much the same as done last week. And it's kind of like, okay, so you've had an eventful week then.
A little bit here and there.
So if something happened, this is big news. This is big news, mate, because you're actually going to be able to tell me something. So
Yeah,
come on, hit me with it.
I had to drop my car off to be fixed with a lot of major work to be done, and it cost me lots of money I didn't have. And then, of course, having to travel with get a ride from work from my son all week until my car was ready, and then pretty much get home. And I've got other video projects in the work right now. So
do you?
Yeah, just things I'm playing around with.
Okay. Is this for the channel, or is this like independent little projects you're working on here?
Independent.
All right. Okay. Nothing seedy, I hope. No.
No.
Okay. All right. Nothing involves smuggling, young ladies from foreign countries and stuff. No. No. Okay. No.
No.
Wrong channel. Okay. Leave that one there.
No, but as we were talking, we were doing a little bit of a discussion last time about free-to-play games. So I was doing, on top of the video editing work and trying to commute back and forth without having a car, I've been basically playing a lot of these free-to-plays last week. I created a character in the DC universe online, and of course been continuing my game on Neverwinter, and then playing around on Warframe. So I've been experimenting with them, really seeing what's involved with them. And I tell you, they are truly free games. You don't ever have to pay anything for these games. So
that's the best thing about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're somebody on a tight budget, there's games out there for you to play and enjoy. And I mean, you have some, especially if you're somebody who's, in the geekdom and you love comic books and you love the superhero, DC Universe Online, and even now Marvel has one now with Marvel's Omega or whatever it is. That one there, it's kind of, that one's a little bit wonky though. It only lets you play for the first 10 levels as most characters, but from what I'm seeing, you can keep continuing for free with only a select few characters like Deadpool or so forth.
And that's when all the paid content comes in.
Yeah, if you want to play if you want to play other superheroes in the Marvel universe, you then have to pay.
Support the developer is what you have to do.
Yeah, but see, and that's where they're doing it differently. They're allowing you to play as those heroes, to where DC Universe Online, you basically create your own hero.
So the DC Online, do you know? I've not actually looked at that game. I've seen it, but I've not actually looked at it. How does it play?
It plays really good. Probably.
No, what sort of game is it? Okay, MMO or?
It's MMO action. It's got action fighting in it, so you can choose to be a brawler. You can be somebody who fights with guns. You can fight with weapons, and so forth. So, I mean, right now I've got a very large scale Amazonian woman who flies.
What is it with two flies? I'm like, what is it with you and female characters? I'm getting, to say I was concerned would be an understatement. I'm overly concerned, because in Destiny it was all female characters. Are you lonely, mate?
No, I'm not lonely.
Do we want to reach out to our listeners and go?
For me, the female body is a work of art. And if I'm going to have to sit there and stare at a game for hours, I'd rather look at a female form than a male form.
Okay. I've seen the
And in
female
DC
forms that you make.
Universe Online, the women are very voluptuous.
Right. In answer to the question that you asked, yes, he is lonely. And if you are listening, you may edit some music in here, some kind of Dateline music. Meet Todd. Todd is 6 foot.
Shut up.
Great
Shut up,
conversationalist.
CJ.
Okay, Todd. Okay, right. Sorry, carry on, mate.
So that's just all I've been doing.
Good. I'm glad you've had an eventful week. The car thing, that's a negative. I know where you're at in mine, because obviously I'm trying to sell mine because it's goosed. But I'm glad you've had kind of a busy, eventful week for a change. Hopefully the week went by faster than it normally does when you're kind of just doing the daily grind of the job and what have you. So it's nice to hear. It's definitely nice to hear.
No, the only thing that goes by faster is my free time.
Way too fast, man. It goes way too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Push me. Because of my job, I get quite a lot of time myself. Right. I spent 3 hours yesterday. 3 hours on between Twitter, Facebook, Esports clubs, and just speaking to members of my group. 3 hours just burned. And I was sat there thinking, God, I've got a bit of a headache here. And I looked at the clock and I was like, no wonder I've been sat here for 3 hours doing this, just wasted 3 hours of the day. Which is not, I would say it was productive, but when I look back, I think I probably could have squeezed all of that into about an hour and a bit. I'll be honest. I will be honest. So, yeah, I was very productive yesterday. And
speaking of your group, basically
yes.
what he's referring to is his racing group that he has started.
Yeah.
And we actually have some good news on that front for people who are sim racers and use wheels.
Yes, did you see it?
Yes, I did. I ordered it.
About effing time.
I ordered
Holy cow! Yeah, this is like the best news ever. This is like humongous news
for sim racers, not for people who use controllers and so forth, but for sim racers.
And it's quite reasonably priced, to be honest. It's not overly priced.
No, $90 is quite reasonable. Now, whether it's going to be available outside of the U.S., I'm not sure. There's nothing that states that yet.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the page now, and there's the UK. The whole thing's UK price and everything.
Oh, see, I'm looking at it. It only gives me American stuff, so it doesn't say anything about the UK.
It says in stock, new. Right, what we're talking about a thing called Drive Hub. And essentially, it looks just like a little black box. It's not very big. It looks like you've got the sort of the rev lights in the front of it, and it's got basically 3 USBs in the back, and an HDMI. And what this allows, and it's way long overdue, and I think it's fantastic news, but it's not fantastic news, which I'll come to in a second. This Drive Hub allows you to use your wheel on any console. So. Never mind buying a wheel.
Not any console, only PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah, and you can use your PlayStation wheel for both consoles or Xbox wheel for both consoles. Now, this is kind of a bit of a knock-on effect with the people that make the wheels. Do you know what I mean? I think this Drive Hub is going to be massive, and there'll probably be a second edition and what have you, where they can update it and do what they want to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a big blow to the companies that rely on having two markets
proprietary systems.
Yeah, and I mean, in the UK, $69.36. As it gets dished out, the prices may vary.
In America, it's $90.
This is mental, man. I mean, it's going to sell out quick. It really is going to sell out quick.
Yeah.
I mean, the site I'm on now, right? Quantity, right? They've got this site I'm on now. They have 84 of these things. If I wanted to, I could buy all 84 right now. if I wanted to. Do you know what I mean?
But here's the thing that we're really getting at. If you're not comprehending this, okay, if you're a sim racer and you have your Xbox wheel, so we'll just say you have an Xbox wheel, you have Jesus, I'm drawing a blank, a Thrustmaster TX wheel. Thank you.
Bloody hell!
Wow, what a brain fart. if you have the Thrustmaster TX wheel for Xbox One, okay, what this does is by plugging it in, and it basically works just like things like Elgato and stuff like that. It basically works as an interrupt. You're going to plug your wheel into this drive hub, and then you can then take your Thrustmaster TX wheel, which is only for Xbox One and PC. But now with this drive hub, you can then plug it into your PlayStation 4. What this does is effectively turns your Thrustmaster TX into a Thrustmaster T300. So, I mean, and it works the same way with the Logitech. Now, I have a Logitech G29. The G29 is for PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3 and PC. With this drive hub, I will then effectively be able to deploy it into my Xbox and turn it into a G920. So this is big news, especially for people like me who has communities and people they like to race with on both consoles. So right now, I'm restricted to the PlayStation 4 because that's what I have hooked up. Yes, I have a wheel and stuff like that for Xbox.
But it's a pain tearing it down.
But it is a pain, especially when you hard mount. But now to effectively do this and be able to race on either system I want, the minute I saw it on the thing, I ordered one. $90. Oh well, I'm already deep in debt. Just put it on the credit card.
You've already ordered it, have you?
Yes, I have.
Wow, man! I only saw it today. You were quick. Holy cow! Damn. Okay. No, I'll have to wait. It's definitely something. But then again, it's for me, it's because of the timings of my work and your work and stuff. We very rarely kind of meet online and stuff. So would it be a purchase for me? At the moment,
it would be a waste of a purchase for you, seeing how you're going to chicken out on PlayStation.
It's not chicken out. It's just the timings, mate.
Nah, you bitching and moaning about what it costs to play game on PlayStation.
But no, at the moment that is an issue at the moment. With my current situation.
If you're wondering what we're talking about, is the huge pay hike, or should I say, cost increase for PlayStation Plus over in the UK, basically in Europe.
It's not the fact of the money. It's, I think they haven't given a significant reason as to why they're doing it. But
they haven't told any country why they're doing it. They raised us last year.
Yeah.
They raised Canada earlier this year. Yeah. Now they're raising up you. But here's the thing: to jump 10 pounds, I mean, you're effectively now for the first time going to be paying more than America when it comes to gaming online if you're on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm. Why? Oh, why? I mean, for me, the minute is, I tighten my belt. So I think I spend most of my time on Xbox. And I do a little bit on PS. But online gaming on PlayStation, I do very little. I'll be honest. A lot of the games I have aren't necessarily played online. So,
I'm curious what it's going to do. It's going to do one of two things, or one of three things. And one of them I don't think is really going to be the way it's going to be, because effectively either people are just going to accept it and go the way they usually go, and I don't think that's going to happen. B, it's going to really hurt PlayStation, as to where now people may just say, well, screw you, I've got an Xbox One, guess what, that's where I'll concentrate my gaming on. So then they're going to lose out. Or C, people are just not going to care. They're gonna pay it. They're going to keep increasing. PlayStation 4 will keep outselling Xbox, and then Microsoft will go, well, hey, if PlayStation could charge them that much, so will we.
I truly believe, I don't think Microsoft will up it. I don't think they will.
They've been upping it around the world, so if you do get increased, you may not get increased as much, because basically Microsoft has been increasing other countries for the last couple of years just to make it so that people are paying similar to what America is paying.
Yeah.
And you guys pay a lot less than us. I think you're like almost $9 in American money. You're not $9 less than us.
All right. Okay.
So you might actually get a little increase if they do.
I mean, I would like to think that if Xbox choose to obviously put it up, then before they do it, they sort the issues out with the server isn't happy. I mean, and this past week I've had probably three instances where I've had to contact Xbox support over something really, really simple, right? But the whole three chats I had with them, not a single advisor. Then when your Xbox ambassadors, this is the proper support, could come up with an answer to the problem. The problem being, I posted an event in my sim racing club, but it wouldn't let me post it. It was telling me there was inappropriate content in the text, and all it was who's hosting, what the track is, what the time is, and what the settings for the race. Nothing derogatory is in there at all, but it would not let me post it. Right? It was stressed me right out. Contacted them. They didn't have a clue. Didn't have a clue. Well, can you not just retype it? No, because it's linked to my Facebook group. So I says I'm not swearing. There's no rude language on it. I mean, I can tell you what it says, and it's just one of those little things, those little problems that Xbox have, along with you will get a status error code.
Yeah.
You get an error code. You copy the error code. You go to Xbox.com. You go to support. You go in that little box where it says where you put in code. You put in the code, and Xbox doesn't have a clue what it is. They don't know what it is. Hold on, it's your error code. You should be able to tell me what it is. But they've no record of the code or even what it does. So little things like that. They need to iron out all the kinks. If they're not the kinks, and
but unfortunately they're not. And we'll use this as a segue into one of our topics for today is the new Xbox update, which is going to be first going out to the people that are in the preview beta, if that's what they're still calling it, but the ones who preview all the new updates before they go live to the world. I don't know. I'm really don't understand this one, because supposedly this new update, it's going to put greater meaning on your achievements, and it's going to focus on esports. It's like, what the hell? This is not what people want in their gaming console.
Not on it. See, esports has been I think PlayStation have kind of cornered it for a while. Xbox hasn't really been a big hit.
No, Xbox is the major esporter. PlayStation is hardly even involved in it. All your major championships are played on Xboxes. Call of Duty, Halo. Those have all been. PlayStation is very little.
I don't see why they need to focus. Yes, get esports, fair enough, right? But why make it a major focus of the console? Do you know what I mean? People that buy the console, unless they're hardcore into a game, they're not interested in esports. Maybe like watching it and stuff. But when I purchase my consoles, I don't think, I want to purchase this because I want to compete in esports and I want to be on the world stage. And no, I don't think it should be an option, but I think it's the wrong direction to make it such a focus, and it might actually turn people off. Some of the games and some of what they're doing. I think they've got this one wrong.
And here's what the corporate vice president Mike Ybarra says. We're going to go big in the area of letting people show off and represent their gaming history and the type of gamer that they are, far more than we do with Gamerscore. Huh?
That's a bit ambiguous, isn't it? It doesn't really mean anything. Maybe you would as well stand on stage whipping your dick out, dropping it in a bowl of yogurt. What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. It's one of those statements. They just put out a statement, let the world go nuts on Twitter and on social media, try to work out what it is he's actually talking about. I mean, by the time they've worked out what he's talking about, they'll delay it or release another statement just to confuse the world again. Doesn't really mean anything, gaming history.
They're just making way too many changes. They're concentrating on the wrong areas. They still have areas they haven't perfected since their last screw ups, and it's just
UI. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the first update we got on Xbox One to give us the new UI that we had the very first time was the best one.
And then
they just keep fucking it up and fucking it up.
Excuse my French. Yeah, fucked it up. we're gonna get a few fucks in this broadcast. I'll warn you on this one. Yeah, the first update was good. It was smooth. It was really accessible. And then they released that second one where you kind of had to go into the old UI, go backwards to come back out of it to do what you would have originally done 2 steps before.
Well, what I don't understand is why did we get rid of the home button? Okay, the home button was to go to the home. Now all the home does is open up the side menu to where then you can choose to go home. What the frick is that?
Windows 10 is what that is.
It's just
That's
bullshit.
what that is. That's what that is.
Yeah, it's so effectively your Xbox button has become a start button.
Yeah. Right, we're having the whole podcast not gonna be like this, by the way. We're just having a little bit of a rant. We've touched on a raw nerve. Gally's not had a rant for a good rant for a couple of weeks, and I just say generally what I want to see anyway.
I mean, but then they go and do some things right, because at least they finally added Spotify to Xbox One. So now if you're a Spotify subscriber, you can finally use your Spotify account on your Xbox One, which PlayStation has had forever. It's because
I don't see. I don't see the point in that. I don't see Media Center, but it's for me it's a pointless addition. It is, YouTube. That's what you need music for. That's it.
No. Guess what, buddy? When you're on a plane during takeoffs and stuff like that, you can't use YouTube. If you're in another country, you can't use YouTube if you don't have a data connection or a Wi-Fi signal. Spotify, all the music you like to listen to on Spotify, you can actually put into offline mode, so that way you can still listen to all your music while not being connected to the internet.
Or just have an iPod or MP4, MP3 player. Same shit.
No, because then you have to pay for the music.
Oh. Anywho.
With Spotify, it's $10 a month. You get to listen to pretty much most anything out there. New albums, everything. It's a very reasonable price. It's a very good system. I like it. I use it.
Yeah, but you listen to some weird, wonderful, funky, odd.
I do not. I listen to classic rock. I listen to country.
Yeehaw!
Yeah. Okay. Shut up, bagpipes.
I
like bagpipes, by the way, too. So shut up. They
warm my heart when I hear bagpipes. When you say country, I just had this image in my head, and you know me, mate. I get these pictures in my head, and it's really hard to get them to go away. Of you.
Not a lot of today's country. That just sucks.
Okay, I just had a picture of you in a Stetson.
And not Taylor Swift country.
A picture of you in a Stetson and a pair of chaps.
No, I don't wear chaps. No, but yes, I do. I do dress in boots and a hat and stuff when I go line dancing.
You go line dancing? Oh no!
Yeah, I haven't gone line dancing in years, but yeah, I've done the whole line dancing stuff. Hey, buddy, at least I had an excuse to go out and ask pretty women if they want to go in 2-step.
Hey there, little lady. Want to come do a couple of side steps in the floor with me here?
It's a 2-step, not a side step.
Slide. Okay, more. I probably found out a bit more about you that I didn't know, that I really didn't want to know, and I've known you a long time. Damn. Why about stuff like that on our podcast? I've got to try and sort of get my head around that now. But yeah.
But staying on consoles.
Yes. Yeah. let's get back to what we're talking about here.
So yeah, pretty much, basically, our summation of what we were just talking about is Xbox, you done fucked up. To put it in Angry Joe terms.
Yeah. Just stop messing around with it. Just leave it alone. Fix the stuff that's broken.
Fix what's broken, then make something new.
Yeah, definitely. Like ask yourself the question that when you released the Xbox One, the Xbox One S, why did you put so few bloody USB connections on it? Really? You think people only have 3 USB things for their Xbox One S? I plug my wheel in, I've got my controller and my external hard drive. But oh, holy fuck, I can't use my Kinect. Why? Because there's not another fucking USB on it. So I've obviously taken steps. So fix the stuff that needs to be fixed. Stop messing around with it. Have a coffee, chill, or maybe just calm down the coffee, maybe too much caffeine. Anyway. We're not going to beat up Microsoft anymore.
No.
Well, not for the rest of this podcast, I hope.
Now let's go to PlayStation. So now
PlayStation.
that Xbox has done the whole mixer stuff, and they have this better streaming system than Twitch, and they're updating Twitch to where Twitch can do 1080p, 60 frames per second, blah 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 blah. Supposedly, what we're hearing is that we may get that ability with the new PlayStation update, which will upgrade the Twitch to be able to do 1080p and 60 frames per second. Now, because we haven't gotten the update out yet, they're still, I guess, I don't know if they're still taking requests or signups for the new update 5.0 or whatever, but supposedly it's supposed to be coming. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. Just stay on YouTube. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
understand the whole thing with that.
I
But
don't think Twitch was good when it came out. I think we touched on this last week. Twitch was good for what it was. Mixer is really good. It's more streamlined and it is a nicer place to broadcast. But PlayStation has a little gold nugget that you can broadcast directly to YouTube. It
mhm,
does not need Twitch. It doesn't need it. If you
no,
can upload your live footage to YouTube, that massive platform, why introduce Twitch? You don't need it. You're already broadcasting on one of the biggest platforms on the planet. So for me, it's a bit like Spotify. I think it's a needless add to their service.
mhm.
Yes, okay, they're saying 60 frames per second, 1080p on Twitch, which obviously Xbox doesn't provide. I suppose it gives people options, doesn't it? It does.
Xbox
It
is
does give
getting that.
people options.
Xbox is doing that.
Um, uh, yeah, but the money it's not. I'm not been a big fan of Twitch.
No,
I'll,
they're
I'll be
all they're
honest.
all. Here's my thing. They're all upgrading to that because that's what they want. But here's my question. From what little I've been on Twitch and stuff like that, who the hell cares what the graphics look like? You ain't got time to watch the damn game because you're too busy watching the goddamn comment section to know what the hell everybody's talking
Do you know
about.
what? No, I don't. That's the thing, right? See, if I go into it from watching Twitch or even from watching Mixer, right? Sometimes I will shut down the comment section because have you ever tried keeping up with that? You got to type
Yeah,
something and reply to somebody, and it's like 99 lines have gone, and it's full of spam and people selling stuff and emojis and what is the point in that? Because you can't hold a conversation. You can't,
I can.
because by the time you've even thought about what you're going to say,
See, because to me, it's normal. It's something I've been used to for so many years because I'm one of those gamers. Now here I am. I'm gonna date myself again. Yes, I'm old. People who play games right now, like say Neverwinter, Elder Scrolls,
yeah,
EverQuest, things like that. Well, back before we had those games that were graphical, we had games like Gemstone, which were text
oh yeah,
based. So basically, it was nothing but text just scrolling up your screen. So what you had to do is you had to create macros and you had to create certain color identifications for certain
Mhm.
items and creatures and stuff like that. So that way there you'd more recognize colors and stuff like that. So you'd know, oh, I should pay attention to that. So it was just constant text, constantly streaming, just scrolling up the screen. So it's playing that for so many years. I'm just following those comment sections is nothing to me now because it's so small compared to what we used to do for gaming. So for somebody like me, that's no big deal. I can keep up with them.
No, it's a fair one. I mean, for me, it's confusing, it's annoying, and you'll
Hmm.
always get like see when you watch these streams, you'll always get like one or two people who never shut the hell up. They're constantly on that chat, just rambling nothing. And 9 times out of 10, it's nothing to do with the game. They're just rambling.
Yeah, and that
Um,
and that's where you need to have moderators. People who are sitting there moderating the comment section for you, um, to
but then
know
again,
when to.
keeping up if you've got 300 people watching your stream or something, try to manage all the comments in the speed that they're flooding into that chat box. It's not a job I'd want. It's really not.
Oh well.
Oh well.
So, but yeah, so that's the big thing. 1080p, 60 frames per second, supposedly coming to Twitch
PS4.
for PS4, and basically, I don't know. If you're on PS4, I'd recommend just using YouTube, and if you're on
Yep.
Xbox, use Mixer. I think Twitch is outdated. Twitch is useless.
Yeah.
Twitch is a dying breed. Now whether they do some revamping and stuff like that when they do get the better graphics and higher frame rates, who knows? Maybe it might pick up again. I don't know. I know there's people who are there and they're not going to move because they have a dedicated fan base and they're making their money there. So we'll see. I don't think Twitch will ever actually die.
I don't think about it. It does need updated. I mean, visually
it needs serious
updated
updating
stuff, but
Yeah.
I use it occasionally. But I mean, there are differences between Twitch and and Mixer, where there's things that Twitch will do that Mixer doesn't do. But it'll come. It'll come in due course.
So there we go. We covered Xbox One. We covered PlayStation 4. So hey, why not? Let's go to Switch.
Dun, 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 dun.
So far, in my opinion, in my view, the Switch is pretty much turning into as big a failure as the Wii U.
Oh hell yes!
But supposedly now, EA is doing testing on gameplay for certain titles like FIFA 18 and a couple others. They're testing out the gameplay to see how well it works on the Switch, and if it works satisfactorily to them, then they're saying that they will more than likely bring out FIFA 18 on the Switch. Now, okay, that's good for Europe.
Yes.
Hopefully one of these other titles would be the Madden series, which is where now people will say, "Oh, Madden, that's the biggest sport game that EA has." Actually, no, it's not. FIFA actually outsells every other sports game in EA. Their main sports game is FIFA. Well, because soccer is the most popular sport in the world.
Football, just for the UK people.
And soccer.
Anywho.
It's the most popular sport in the world, so of course it's going to sell more worldwide. In America, yes, in America, Madden football will outsell soccer every time. But there is quite a bit of football sales, soccer sales here in America. But I don't know. I don't see the appeal of the Switch yet. Nintendo is just a backwards company that I just don't feel belongs in the market anymore.
Oh, see, when the Game Boy came out, that was massive, right? And I don't know if you saw this. Have you seen this? This guy has invented this little. I should have found the link, mate. This little thing where you can put your original Game Boy cartridge in, and it plays in HD. So you can actually play your old Game Boy cartridge in this little contraption. I was like, that looks pretty. I'll try to find the link. That looks pretty cool. But yeah, they're never going to have a handheld that's as successful as the Game Boy. And they need to look back. The Switch for me.
You mean the DS?
No, the original Game Boy.
The DS, the DS outshines the Game Boy every time. DS is their most popular.
See, I don't like the DS. I prefer the old Game Boy. I used to play hockey on the old Game Boy. The only downside to the original Game Boy was batteries. Jesus, you had to carry a backpack around with 10 packets of batteries because the batteries just wouldn't last. But it was fantastic. That was really good.
Nintendo just needs to stop with the consoles. They need to just stay with their handhelds, stay with the DS, do whatever they do there, but they need to stop with the consoles if they're going to continue the way they're going. And now, you can totally disagree with me. That's fine. This is just my opinion. Nintendo does not belong in the console market anymore. Unless they're going to get rid of these arcane freaking ideologies they have for their gaming world that doesn't coexist with the rest of the gaming world, then that's all they need to do. They need to concentrate on the DS, do their little Pokemons and their Marios and all that on there, and just step away from the console market.
I think when they go to the boardroom meetings, see, anyone put any ideas forward to the rest of the floor, they need to stop smoking before they go in. I think they're stoned by half these ideas. And to add fuel to the fire here, right? We've mentioned VR last week and the week before, and I'm only going to mention it once, and we're not going into a big debate with this, right? But Nintendo has taken a game that they have just bled dry and now released it, or it's going to be released on VR.
Right? Now, how are they going to do this when Nintendo doesn't even have a VR set?
No, the guy was in there and he was sat in, basically, right, it's Mario Kart. The guy was sat there, dressed up, right? Fucking dressed up, right? In a little makeshift cart with a VR headset playing Mario Kart. Now, obviously, this was just a demo.
So then they're going to have to release it on PC because Nintendo does not have a VR set.
Well, the guy was sat there doing it, so I don't know what they've used to do this.
An emulator on PC.
But I just don't stop. Please just stop. Stay away from VR, right? Really. We've got enough problems with PlayStation and Xbox. Well, more Xbox with VR.
Oh, well, no, wait a minute. Nintendo might be bringing back Virtual Boy.
Do you know what? I'm done. I'm done. No more. I can't do more. Right, that's it. Show's cancelled. We're not doing this anymore. Just in case everyone's wondering, yeah, we've enjoyed our time here, but we're just about to pull the plug.
Now we have Virtual Boy. Hey, maybe we might even be able to get the Power Glove back.
Oh, God. Suck me off.
Oh, you're a real Nintendo hater, aren't you?
Because I don't rate it as a, it was what it was back in the day. I don't think it deserves to be, in the market. It's a gimmick. Their ideas, the games they release are all gimmicky. They're all silly. They make no bloody sense. I mean, Pokemon, for Christ's sake, doesn't make sense. Grown men running around streets and parks at night looking for little yellow things. In any other world, in any other decade, right, they would be arrested and committed. No officer. It's that little Gucci Wawa. I'm trying to chase it. Sir, have you been drinking tonight? No. Seriously, it's Gucci Wawa. It's Pokemon Go. Back in the 80s, all the asylums were full. What we didn't know was they were trialing Pokemon back then. We just didn't know it until now. So yeah, Nintendo, just stop. Please, just stop. Oh no! What's happening?
Oh. So you all right? So we'll leave that alone as it is. Like I said, yeah, supposedly Mario Kart VR. Yeah, okay, whatever. That just means you'll be able to see better where you're going to throw your banana.
That guy sat in his apartment, just throwing bananas all across the roof. His wife walks in and goes, "What the fuck?"
All right, so let's go. Let's approach a little bit more of an adult topic here.
Penises.
No, this is how prudish the United States is, and it really annoys me.
I don't understand why you guys are so prude and so protective of what your nation's adults and children see. This is mental. Go on. This is funny.
Okay, so everybody knows, the new game that's coming out, Conan Exiles, so forth, blah 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 blah. Now it's okay for us to get The Witcher 3 and get full frontal nudity, but when it comes to Conan Exiles, full frontal nudity will be a Europe-only feature.
Because
America will only get the tiddly bits.
Yeah, because Europe really wants to see a dick. But I think this is a thing with the States, though. You are very protective of what gets seen, especially on your TV and TV and stuff. You're very, very protective, which, considering what goes on in the States on a daily basis, to protect what people see on TV seems a pointless action, because all I've got to do is look down the street and they see, they see worse. So to announce that Europe, congratulations, you will see the dick. Do you really care? I don't understand why they're announcing.
Well, this is what cracks me up, okay? Because we had these idiotic cities like San Francisco, the cesspool of America. Okay, it's legal to walk around naked in that city, but we can't sit there and have a game in the rest of the country.
It's legal to walk around naked in San Francisco.
Yes, in San Francisco, you can walk around topless and all that stuff. Women, all that stuff, you can walk around.
No.
Yes. It's completely legal.
Excuse me while I book my tickets.
San Francisco is horrible. It's probably of course it's California, so it's its own planet to begin with. But San Francisco is just it's a beautiful place. Just wish you could go in there and just wipe out the idiots that live there.
I was about to say,
it's even worse with liberals than even where I am in Massachusetts. It's even worse.
If you are listening and you are from San Francisco, we're not tarring you with all the same brush, just most of you. So we possibly lost, how many viewers have we possibly lost there? How many people live in San Francisco? Yeah. It's all right. We've got Colorado.
It's all right to be liberal, but I mean, to be overboard when it comes to your liberalism is just, sometimes it's just getting out of hand.
Okay. So we've gone from talking about liberalism, and we started off with penis. That's a hell of a link. Seamless link from the Gallifrey Madman there. Yes.
I'm just saying, you got places like that in this country, but then they still want to sit there and talk about how it's not right. It's just, but of course, unlike certain places, in Europe, yes, you have a lot of Catholics and stuff like that, but you don't have, how do I want to put it? You don't have the Bible Belt like we have the Bible Belt. I mean, these people are fanatical.
No, we don't. We don't have that. But then again, evangelism isn't a big thing in the UK.
Yeah.
And every man Jack becomes a evangelist and grabs the face of a disabled person, and all of a sudden they're cured.
Yeah.
We don't get much of that in the UK. Do you get the odd kind of the channel on Sky way, way, way down? You get some sort of lonely guy talk about how God's changed his life. It must have changed his life considerably, mate. You're on TV at 4 a.m. on a channel and nobody watches, unless you're drunk flicking through all the channels. But yeah, I don't know what to say to that, mate. I don't.
So basically, if you're somebody who's going to be getting the Conan Exiles game, buy yourself a European version if you want to see full frontal nudity.
You want to see the dick? We got dick. Right. Now, obviously, I had an opinion about this next topic, right? And I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to try and go word for word of what I said to you before we actually came on air with this one. Right. So, Olympians, okay, fitness, discipline, a life of worth putting training, to make sure you're the best you could possibly be in the field that you want to, be that expert in. Okay, it's about changing your life, getting up early in the morning, doing that training, making sure you're looking after your body, every single thing you do. Okay, Olympians. So, Paris Olympics. There's a committee are going to discuss whether to include esports in the 2024 Olympics. Now, some of you may be going, well, that's interesting. Yeah, I wonder what they're going to do. Now, when you consider that Call of Duty is considered an esport, so you've got a 14-year-old school going, yes, I'm an Olympian. Yeah. Well, you're on about me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Call of Duty the weekend. Yeah. I don't see it. I don't, Gally. You may disagree with me here, but you're wrong.
I think it's silly. I think it's absolutely silly, and it should not be allowed.
Now, if you want to do, let's say, simulation racing, that's quite a big thing because some of the professional drivers actually do sim racing on the side.
Why don't we get real racing first?
To keep them, to keep them in with it. But to have something as silly, I know esports, it's massive, it's taking the world by storm, and everybody wants the little nugget of esports. But I think some esport events and stuff you see streamed are really poorly put together. I was watching one on Mixer, and it was one of the Forza ones. It happened to be, and it was really poorly put together. The links were terrible, the timings were right, the presenters didn't have a clue what was going on, and you want that on the grand stage of the Olympics. I think it's taken away from what the Olympians do. I think it's silly. If you want to have esport Olympics, then fine. Then it's just about the esports. But to add esports into where these athletes devote their life to it, I think it's bonkers. Having some dope-head 17-year-old who's been training for 3 weeks, jumping in, and being in a party. You know what it's like. You go online, right? You're on a party. You be playing a game. Someone's forgot to lock the party. It's not on invite only. And all of a sudden, your mate jumps in and goes, all right, Tom, how you doing, mate? Got some serious blow at the weekend. But he doesn't know that you're broadcasting to the world on Olympics. The BBC and Fox would go nuts. So that's my take on it. That really is.
Well, you do realize it wouldn't be an open channel, right? It would be at a closed network.
Yeah, I know that, man. I'm creating a topic and an atmosphere for conversation here.
Yeah, well, and that's fine. If you're gonna do it during the Winter Olympics, just don't interrupt my curling episodes, okay? Because I enjoy watching curling, and I'm not telling a joke. I enjoy curling. I like curling.
Do you?
Yes, I like watching curling.
Yeah, I've tried it.
Shuffleboard on ice.
Yeah, no, it's hard, man. Curling's hard. Yeah, it's really hard, man.
I enjoy watching curling. I watch curling in the Winter Olympics, and then in the Summer Olympics, I watch the biathlon and archery.
Okay, you don't watch bowls then, no?
Watch what?
Bowls.
Bowls?
That'd be a no then.
What is bowls?
You know what a bowls is, no?
No.
I'll send you a link. It's basically you have the jack, which is a white ball. That gets rolled down this big, long green.
Oh, you're talking about bocce.
Huh?
Bocce. The game is called bocce. It's from Italy. It's called bocce.
Wooden weighted balls. You have to curve round.
Yeah.
Bocce.
Yeah. It's either you have a couple different ways of that sport. There's actually different ways to play it. You got either bocce or lawn bowling.
Oh yeah, lawn bowling. Yeah, but we call it bowls.
Yeah. No, well, again. It's a language that you're making up because it's not even from your country. Again, call it what the people who invented it called it. Stop creating your own words. And it's aluminum.
Fuck you. Fucking aluminum.
Well, it had to be thrown in there somewhere. We've been talking about that every week. So
yeah. And it still doesn't make sense that you call it a sidewalk and we call it a pavement. You have to call it a sidewalk just so
pavement is what you drive on.
No, it's not pavement.
Sidewalk is made of cement.
That's the road.
No. Sidewalk is made of cement. The road is made of pavement.
You have to describe something, right? Sidewalk. You have to tell them where to walk, just in case they walk in the road. It is beyond me. Everybody knows not to walk where the cars are.
Okay, so then you want to keep up with that? How about you guys with your takeaway? Oh, I ordered takeaway. No, you ordered delivery because if you were getting takeaway, your ass would go pick it up and take it away. You're getting delivery.
I don't order takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I get a takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
I can see where you're going with that one, but no, you're wrong.
No, I'm not. Yeah. Delivery is delivery. Takeaway is takeaway.
Yes. So we're not going to get into another argument about who pronounces words right, or who actually taught the Americans the English language. Shit!
What are you talking about? We perfected it.
No, We taught it
I'm
to you,
sorry.
right?
The UK
And then you
talks
just bastardized
talks
it.
in more slang than any other language out there.
Yeah, slang's regional. You know what I mean?
That's why half the people don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
Well, let's not even talk about down south in the States.
What's a rummy dodger?
What gets said there, I do not know. Oh my God. Obviously, this has turned into another nations war, between myself and Mr. Unman on the other end.
But anyway, if you're somebody who's interested in esports coming to the Olympics, don't be looking for any type of a decision to be made on this until after the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. That's probably when they'll get down and dirty with it. But as far as you Parisians, no. The fact that you people would even consider this that just goes to show how screwed up this world is becoming.
Yeah, but, the French are a little bit odd. Let's be honest. It just
leave the Olympics alone, you frogs.
Yeah, leave it alone. Surrender monkeys. I meant to say to you before we started.
And just so everybody knows, I'm French, so I can say that.
Yes, and yes, you too, mate. You shut your mouth. Petit le Peter. Look that one up. I meant to say to you before we actually came on that you're going to start calling me something different soon. I will be changing my gamer tag.
No.
Online. I'll still be called the Dirty Ewok, but the 75 will be getting dropped. So for the purposes of podcast, I am just going to be called the Dirty Ewok. It's to do with the club I've launched and what have you, and teams and stuff like that. So, but I'll still be called Dirty Ewok. The 75 will be getting dropped. That's one thing they're getting dropped.
That's if it's available.
Oh no, it is. Trust me. It is. No, you'll go and take it now, won't you? So this has been claimed. What the hell? Yeah. So I'll still be dirty. I'll still be an Ewok. I just won't be 75. Not that I'm 75, but Gally is next week. Yeah. So that's what's happening there. In regards to my gamer tag. Yes. Yeah. You'll be glad to know, mate, that your podcasts or our podcasts will be soon appearing on my page. So you're having another audience there. One of the guys that's my media dude, he was actually listening to some of our old ones from our previous community, and he's been listening to some of the new ones as well. And he says he couldn't get a smile off his face, which is good. That's good. No, it's good to know. He sat listening to it with his other half. You know what I mean? So a nice Netflix and chill? No. Podcast and chill? No. Don't do it while listening to us. That's just wrong. No, that's really wrong, isn't it?
Gallywalk and chill.
Oh no. Oh God, mind that. Listen to your dulcet low frequency tones. He's like, we've gone completely off topic again.
We tend to do that.
We do it, yeah. We do this when we've actually run out of stuff to say. Just keep you hanging on. We kind of talk about random stuff that's all going on and stuff.
So,
one thing
okay, so let's wind this back in a little bit here.
Yeah.
So basically your time has been taken up with your racing community that you started, which is it's good for you. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're still enjoying it. Me, I've taken a break from the racing until Project Cars 2 comes out. I was doing some yesterday though.
Yeah.
And of course I'm in the public rooms, and guess what? It's still a bunch of idiots in there. But anyway, something I've been playing a lot of lately, and I've really gotten back into it, is Diablo 3. I really wish you'd have had this game.
I looked at it.
It is so good.
No, I looked at it. I was like, but you can't blame it. I mean, I downloaded Neverwinter. I gave it a go, and very soon I realized it wasn't for me. So I gave it a try. It's not like I'm not trying. I'll try anything. But you know me, I'm kind of fussy when it comes to gaming. You say I'm boring. I'm kind of fussy when it comes to gaming and stuff. But
Yeah, you are.
yeah.
You're a military racing type of person.
No, it's yeah, but no, I play more than that, mate.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. First-person shooters I play. I play story-based games, racing games.
Do you play strategy games?
Strategy? What? As in
play
like
RPGs?
No, do you know what?
Black Ops is not a strategy game.
What are you on about? Who said Black Ops?
Is that what you just said, Black Ops?
No.
What did you say?
What did I say?
I don't know. I
didn't say Black Ops. No. No, I just don't really get on well with them. I don't know what it is. It's stuff has to be happening. You know what I mean? It has to be like kind of, you know.
He needs consistent action. He can't be bothered with conversation.
Yeah, last week. Yeah, no, I do. I like to be mentally stimulated as much as I can. I get bored kind of quick.
Oh, and having a conversation doesn't mentally stimulate you? God, Yoli must be bored to tears talking to you.
I don't know the fucking happen, mate. You really don't. Oh yeah, she's out. I don't know. She's home soon. Actually, I was thinking, she's home soon. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm with the game and me. I go through phases. But at the moment, I still kind of I had probably devoted. We were talking last week about me putting too much time in the racing, but I found myself in a situation where I was ready to kind of step back from it and taking a bit of a break, and then it kind of went the opposite way, which is good. You know, it's going well.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a few people asking about, are we launching a PS4? At the moment, that's not going to happen. At the moment, I tried that with that last group, and it's really hard, man, getting people to race together on PS4. It's absolutely chaotic. You racing on PS4? I mean, do you have like groups of people who are your friends that all race together on PS4?
They're not on my friends list, no.
No, right, yeah. But that just seems to be the way with PS4. That last group I was with, we had 35 people who are all PS4 players, all on Project Cars. I went on one night, and I swear to God, there must have been about 8 of them on, but at least 6, right? All playing Project Cars, all members of the same club, and not a single one of them was in a party or in a race with another one.
Yeah.
Whereas you go on Xbox, generally, if you see people that are in the club with you on the same game, we all jump and party together. You might even have a race together. So it's just a mentality thing.
The problem is that racing is a very niche thing. People like certain cars, certain ways to race.
Yeah.
I'm a GT3 person, so when I go into the public lobbies, I just automatically get rid of anything that doesn't have GT3 in it.
Yeah. I mean, are you racing with a club on PlayStation now, or are you just doing solo? What are you doing?
No, I just I race by myself.
Oh, mate. You all right?
No, I'm fine.
Good, mate, good. Is that because no one will tolerate your shit over there? Like, nah, just leave the.
No, like I said, I join events, and that's it. I just join events. I don't have the headaches of running a community anymore or scheduling stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of headache I've kind of given myself. With it,
more power to
you. It wasn't my plan. It wasn't my plan. Can I plug it? Would you mind if I plugged it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right, if you're on Xbox and you're running on Assetto Corsa or Project Cars, and you're going to be getting Project Cars 2, if you go on Facebook, look up The Grid, or go on Xbox Clubs and look up The Pit Lane. You can also find The Grid on Twitter. We're a relatively new club. We've got about 40 members so far, all active. And we've got events for any kind of racer. Any kind of racer that's going. And we may be opening up to the Forza crowd as well. And there's a couple of guys are racing on Forza. It's not sim racing, but it's just a racing club. And yeah, So look
Hey,
it up. Have a look.
you never know. Whenever my drive hub comes in, and if it works properly and doesn't
Get in.
screw up, maybe I might join in once in a while.
Yeah, get in, man. Yeah, we've got
But
people
then
from
again, you probably won't let me because you'll make sure everything's scheduled
Well,
for when I
no,
can't.
we've got people from your side of the pond as well, man. We've got I mean, my media guy.
Yeah,
He's
but you don't know them, so you probably like them.
my media guy is actually over your way, which is going really well. He's brought a sort of breath of fresh air to it. But it does go hand in hand. He actually owns a media company, so it's just kind of cool. So the stuff he does for us, he just kind of, if he's too busy, he just tells his team to get on with it. It's quite funny. Nah, he does it. He does it himself. He's got the time to do it himself. But he's got the resources to do it as well. So it's all good. But yeah. I mean, if you've got this crossover that works, man, yeah, definitely jump in. It'd be a pleasure to see you in. I was hoping to see Mr. C in as well, but Mr. C has, for the present moment, has dismantled his rig. He's not racing anymore. Yeah, he's Coughlin's out there. He's doing a bit of Battlefield. He's doing a bit of gaming with his brothers, and he's spending a lot of time with the family, which is good. He's taking a break. People need to take a break now and again and concentrate on what's important. At the moment,
he'll eventually sell his rig again, and then he'll want to buy another rig again.
I don't think he's going to do it again. I think he was looking at selling it. If you're in the UK looking for a decent rig, if you search Mr. Coughlin on YouTube, he's got a channel. You can message him through there, or even contact me, Dirty Walk, on Xbox, and I'll put you in contact with him. He's got a decent rig he's actually selling, and it's a shame he's looking to sell it, because every rig he gets, he puts a lot of effort into, and he's kind of OCD when it comes to cable management. Any rig he's got, you don't see the wires. It's very, very tidy in what he does, and I wish I could do that. I don't have the. For me, it's like cable ties everywhere, zip ties. Do you know what I mean? But then again, the sort of rig I've got, I would like to get a different rig, and I've even considered building my own rig with wood.
There you go, DIY. But hey, tell you what, why don't you pay your bills first?
Yes. That's what's important right now is the bills. As adults grow up.
Same here.
You have bills to pay. Yeah. Lots of them. Bills. It's very true. Lots of them.
The real world sucks. Don't grow up.
Yeah, but if this drive hub works, at T150, that's getting sold. Yeah, don't need it. Trade that bad boy in, and I'll just concentrate with my TX, which I'm loving. I'm loving with the leather wheel. It's really nice. Such a difference, man. Such a difference.
I told you it did. I still got the leather wheel.
Okay, you were right. You were right that time. Just that time.
I'm right. I'm right that time. Was I not right about Project Cars?
Right about what?
That you should buy it again.
May have been.
May have. Yeah, I may have.
May have. Fuck you. Well, no, I'm not going to do this. No. You gotta give him some advice on the purchase of a game. And his advice was good. He wasn't right, but his advice was good.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not going to feed your ego with, I was right. Yes.
I'm not feeding my ego.
He walks in, I was right again. Patting yourself in the back and rubbing one out.
Oh, bite me.
Not if you were in a cowboy hat, no. Definitely not.
So if you haven't noticed, folks, we've pretty much run out of stuff to talk about. So this is pretty much going to be a bickering back and forth.
This is probably been the most entertaining bit, is where we just talk shit. Performance of half an hour, followed by half an hour of just random stuff you normally hear in a bar from the guy you don't really want to talk to at the end of the bar, but he keeps talking at you. All right, pal. All right, mate. Don't I know you? No, you don't, mate. Honestly, I don't know you. Nah, I do. Yeah. Me and you are like brothers. No, we're not. I really don't know you. Get away from me. That's pretty much how the tail end of these podcasts end up being like.
So on that note, folks, for Dirty Ewok and me, Gallifrey Madman, Thank you for joining us for the Gamers Rundown podcast. Once again, if you like what you hear, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like, give us that thumbs down. If you do like it and you want to be notified when you get more, hit that subscribe button. And look out for our streams. Well, my streams now, because this one's not going to be on PlayStation anymore.
No, just no. It'll be a short break until I get my finances sorted. I'll be back on. I'll be back on.
Okay. Well, okay. So again, thank you for joining, folks. Have a good evening.
Take it easy.